going to walk you through how to take the character survey. So you can see the notes are behind me, and I'm just going to talk you through it. I'm actually going to visit the website with you and show you how to register, and then also what you're going to have to do at the end of your survey, because you are going to have to download some results and then also do a screenshot of those results. So first, as you can see, you visit viacharacter.org. So I want you to write that down, especially if you only have one screen that you're working with. So www.viacharacter.org. So once you get to that site, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to tap on Take the Free Survey, which is on the top right, and then you're going to make sure that you are taking the youth survey. So there is one for adults, there's one for youth. We want you to work on the youth one, and then you also have to state that you're over the age of 13. If you take the adult one, that just asks some very like career-based questions and adult things that you just don't relate to yet. So we need you to take that youth survey. It is going to ask you to register. Okay, so you're going to use your Colab email. Those of you who went to Blackhawk and you took this character test at Blackhawk, you are going to be able to log in. Now, this being said, you are going to take the test again. You do not get to use your previous results. So you can log in with your Colab email address, and then you can say, take the free survey again. So that's what we're going to ask you to do. So pay attention here so I can walk you through what it's going to look like for you, and then we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Right. So we are currently at viacharacters.org. That is the site that I want you to go to. You're going to tap Take the Free Survey. Here you have the selection between VIA Adult Survey and VIA Youth Survey. I am over the age of 13 years old, so I keep that selected. I place my first name in there, my last name, my email, and then also create my password. All right, once that's done, I do not want to receive any newsletters, but I do have to tap that bottom box saying I've read and understand the terms and conditions of this agreement. As you're looking here, it has the instructions at the top, and then it also keeps track of a scale for you. So it says, please choose one option in response to each statement. Many of the questions reflect statements that many people would find desirable, but we want you to answer only in terms of whether the statement describes what you are like. Please be honest and accurate. We cannot rank your strengths until you've answered all of the questions. So as I'm looking through this, number 1 says, I experience deep emotions when I see beautiful things. So that's whether I'm in nature, whether I'm listening to music. That might be something that when I'm just out and about, I can appreciate, two people getting along really well, someone really helping somebody. And for me, that is very much like me. So for myself, I'm going to choose that first box. Number 2 says, I always speak up and protest when I hear someone say mean things. Again, I have a really hard time keeping my mouth shut when I see something being done wrong. Okay, so I would say that's like me. Now, what I'm really going to make sure I do is avoid that neutral selection right in the middle. So I'm always coming up with new ways to do things. I have many interests, and I can say, well, I really kind of like just what I do every day, and I don't really have a whole bunch of other stuff I do, but at the other side of that, I really like to try new things. So if that's where my mind's going, sometimes I'd be tempted to click neutral. I really want you to avoid doing that. I do want you to either select on the very much like me, or unlike me and very much unlike me. So that's going to be your decision on where you go. But again, we want to avoid that neutral answer as much as possible. So it will not allow you to move on until you have answered all the questions on that page. And again, you can notice at the top how it's going to keep track of your progress. Now that I have finished all 90 questions, I'm going to click Save and Continue. And here you're going to click Skip and get your free results. So as I look at this, it's asking me to pay $50, not going to happen. I keep scrolling down. Okay, and I see my results in order of my best character strengths. So I'm going to click here on the left after the 24th one, say printer friendly results. Now here, I'm going to flip my thing to the side and it lists all 24 in order. So my top is leadership, second is humor, 3 is social intelligence. Now if you notice under each of those, it explains what that character's strength really means. Now when I scroll down to the bottom, just because these things are at the bottom, it does not mean that these are bad. It just means ones that you need to develop. Okay, so this is what we're going to take screenshots of. I took go to my first and I screenshot, second page screenshot, and third page screenshot. You're going to have your screenshot saved to your camera roll, and you're going to need those for the worksheet we're doing tomorrow, reflecting on your character's strengths.